everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to get this look started with my Innbeauty Project Extreme Cream. I applied this all over the face and this actually firms your skin apparently. I'm not sure if I've directly seen results because I don't know. I don't know if I've actually seen anything, but apparently it does. Next, we are using the Caudalie Beauty Elixir to give that certain feel for makeup and to tone the skin. And then I decided to go in with lips. So I used a Too Faced Peach Puff Diffused Matte Lip Color in the red color that I have here. And then this Illamasqua lip liner that I got from an Ipsy Glam bag such a long time ago. I do not know the color right off the hand. And then on top, at this point, you're not going to see it yet, but I will go in with the Give Beauty Anaheim Original Shine Lipstick, and it is a cream lipstick that I put on top. So I decided that I did not like the dry look, that I wanted to do a cream lipstick. Okay, so I'm just feeling the tackiness of my skin right now, and I need to go in with my primer because I don't want my makeup to come off during the night. So I'm using the One Size Secure the Sweat. I am almost out of this product, so I need to replenish it pretty soon. Speaking of, the Sephora VIB Rouge event is coming up on the 10th for Rouge members, which means you would get 20% off, but you also need to spend a certain limit throughout the year to get that. So if you haven't already signed up, go sign up, you guys. It's free money off your Sephora order. So instead of foundation today, I decided to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 4.0 medium. I have really been loving this lately because it gives the skin a beautiful glow and it almost makes your skin look like completely normal, like completely natural looking skin, but it still gives a tiny bit of coverage. And it also just, I don't know, it just does something extra for my skin. So to cover up any flaws, I do go in with my concealer. And this one, of course, is the Westman Atelier in L3. And yeah, right now it's still currently my favorite concealer. The contour and bronzer that I'm using today is the Nars Laguna 3 Bronzing Cream. This one is almost sold out online, if not already. So I was going to pick up a new one because this product is indispensable. I think I use it. I go between this one and the Rare Beauty contour. And I don't know, you guys, like I love this one so much. I have turned into such a cream product gal. I don't even know. I can't even explain my love for it right now. It's just so pretty. Probably melts a lot faster in summertime, but if you use a good primer, it'll work fine. Okay, so I'm going to use the small end of this tool to blend out my concealer now. As you will see, I did let it dry down a little bit. Sometimes I like doing that, especially with the concealers that are not, like they come in the tube, so they're really, really wet, because I feel like they just blend out better when they dry down a little bit. So there I go. I add my lipstick to my lips. I usually don't show that part because I'm a little crazy when it comes to lipstick. Next, we're doing brows. So I'm using the Urban Decay Brow Blade in Cold Cookie. And then on top of that, I use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Gel to keep them in place and to keep the color from like moving around and just to kind of give my brows shape. I generally cut them every few months, I believe. And I kind of brush them up and out and it just looks really, really good. The shadow I'm using is Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Palette. This is the original palette, and I'm simply using it to give my eyes a little bit of shadow in the crease. I'm not doing like a full makeup look today, but I figured I just, with the red lipstick, I don't want to overdo it, and I just wanted a little bit of contour for my eye. Okay, but I do go in with my finger into the sparkly shade, and I put this all over the lid. So you can see here, these shadows work perfectly with your finger. You don't need a wet brush. I don't know what it is. They're really, really nice, and they kind of make it look like that wet eye look, or wet shadow look, and it's so pretty. But I wanted it to be a little bit less like in your face, so that is what I did today. And we're just going to go in and add a little bit of that same color I used on the upper crease underneath the lower lash line, and we're going to blend it out. So that's usually what I do is I apply it first and then we blend. All right, and I believe during this step I did use like eyeliner. I used the Avon Glimmersticks liner in Blackest Black. It is waterproof. I always do that step before I put on shadow because I like to blend it in. The blush I'm using today is the Dior Rosy Glow Blush Stick in 077 Candy. Absolute favorite currently. Again, it is a cream blush and it just blends so perfectly with all of the other cream products I use. And in between steps, I usually just use setting spray. Okay, so I feel like my contour rubbed off a little bit here or just kind of like faded away. So I'm just reapplying a little bit of contour in my cheekbone area. And then we're going in with upper lash line liner. So for this, I used the Too Faced Better Than Sex Black Liquid Liner. It has been my favorite probably for the last 4 or 5 years. I know that people had complained about the brush applicator when it first came out, but honestly, guys, I love this product so much. All right, so we've applied lashes, and next we are doing a little bit more blending with contour because, you know, I need that contour and it needs to be just right. So we're going to do highlighter. This is Mary Lou by the Balm. And then on top of that, I add some Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. And we finish off the look with some setting spray. Of course, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I use this product throughout my makeup application process, so I'll put a little bit in between each step just to make everything look flawless. I know I end the video here really quickly, so I want to make sure that I'm on par with that. And again, we're just going to do little touch-ups here and there and just make sure that everything is looking good. So once my makeup is complete, this is kind of where I come in and I just double check everything. So I wanted to touch up the blush. So I used the Milani Baked Blush in 05 Luminoso to give that little bit of an extra glow. And last setting spray, and that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Please give it a thumbs up. If you did enjoy it, if you're new, I would love if you would consider subscribing. Click on that bell button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I